Good morning and welcome back to Cards and Coffee, where we are dialoguing with parts of self from the interactive cards deck from the internal family systems therapy therapist. Any information that you need about this deck is in the description box along with the other cards that I'll be using. Anything you need to know about these readings, including questions for self-reflection, for journaling, will be in the description box as well. So my goal and my intention was to facilitate a dialogue with these parts of self, but also allow you all to do your own dialoguing if any of these parts that come up resonate for you. Got some really interesting ones showing up as I'm shuffling today. So let's see what comes out, okay? So which part wants to be seen and heard? Full disclosure, I am doing this reading at around 6 o'clock on Monday. It has, thank God, thawed out here in Texas. We had about 70 degrees today, which was nice, but I'm just getting to this reading. So what is in my what is in my coffee cup is water. You know, this guy's intriguing. I don't know who he is. If you see my other videos, well, I'll just say this. Many of these cards, or some of these cards, could be potentially too intense, too triggering for a YouTube channel. I'm not going to read or allow some of these cards to be shown because I just don't think that would be right or ethical. I don't know who this is, and I'm curious about him. So we're going to take this one. I think he looks like a warden, maybe a guard of some kind, prison guard. Let me put my glasses on and see. Definitely pause the video, pause the recording so you can take a good look at this person and see how it resonates. This is a great experiment that I have no clue who that is, and it's really just going to be a very off-the-cuff conversation, and we'll see what kind of comes out. Okay, so using the Rider-Waite deck. I don't know, did I finish my sentence about what's in my coffee cup? It's just warm water tonight. I hope you guys have a nice cup of tea or a great cup of coffee. Okay, so I'm using the Rider-Waite deck, and we're going to go through the chakras or the energy centers in order to create the structure of the questions. Okay, so we have the base chakra, which is looking at, physical safety, security, and the sentence will start off with, I have. So what physical things or manifestations does this person have? Okay. The Hanged Man. Ooh. Okay. So the Hanged Man is Pisces energy. and the reason why I went, ugh, is because maybe this is like a prison guard. And remember, this is part of self. So we have like inner parts that are talking to us and they play a role, right? So why would this part be here in the psyche, right? Why, what's its role? What's its job? It looks like, it's kind of like to press pause, right? To ensure safety by potentially preventing, movement, action forward. It could very well be like I watched Death Row, I don't want to spend too much time on that. You might want to reflect on, do you have an internal part that seems to want to guard you or keep you from moving, forward? Does it feel like a warden? The parts have their reasons for being there. There's no judgment on each of our internal parts. The Hangman is also can be a very kind of martyred energy. The Hanged Man waits for enlightenment. Oh, goodness. No. Waits for enlightenment, a new perspective. So this part might be, restricting because it wants us to gain clarity, gain a new perspective. Yeah. Okay. So in the second chakra, that's your sacral chakra, which the orange, okay, that's about relationships, partnerships, creativity, sexuality, self-esteem. It's kind of blendy out here with the self-esteem. But so I want okay. So we have Page of Swords along with the Justice card. Justice, right? Legal issues. There could be this part could want to protect what's fair, could want to study even law, could want to keep even it's interesting. Could even want to keep this Page of Swords card. For me, he's just a little pickle. I see him like in so many different ways, but it's like there's this change in the wind, right? Whispers in the wind, new ideas, new information, even. Sometimes it can be its own information, its own like ideas that it just isn't really ready to talk about, right? Sometimes it's listening to other people, listening to gossip. And the justice card, right, this is the major arcana for justice. So it's like fairness, like karma, right? So I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling like he's saying it wants to err on the side of justice. It wants to I don't know why I'm saying. Why is it saying play fair? I don't know. It's saying play fair. So let's see what else we can get. Bottom of the deck is the victory card, leadership. So, you know, this yeah, I mean, I think he feels like he's a protector of what's right and what's good, and he sees himself as a leader and a protector. I don't know why I keep getting this protector thing. Why do I keep getting? I don't know. Okay, of what's fair and just. And then he keeps looking back. So I don't know. Let's see. I can and I will. So the solar plexus, like the action, right? The action, the will, the self-empowerment. All right, we're not taking all that. We're going to take those two. Interesting. All right. Page of Pentacles with Four of Swords. So, wow. Page of Pentacles. So I've got this seed that I want to plant. I've got something that I want to create, or maybe I've got an opportunity, or maybe even just a little bit of money or something, and I want to maybe even want to learn about it. I want to learn more, study more about this opportunity. I'm trying to figure out like where I want to plant it, what I want to do with it. Is it power? Could be power. You know, it's a page, right? It's like, it's not a king. It's the beginnings of something. I kind of feel like this part wants to do more than be in this role. Maybe wants to do more with justice, with legalities, legals, you know, good guys, bad guys kind of thing. But right now it is in a very paused position. I mean, even I'm talking like, I know I always talk slow, but I feel like I'm talking like super slow. Right? Four of Swords. Praying, meditating, figuring out what is the next right step, the next course of action. Maybe even hoping for a okay, this is what's happening in my head. I apologize. I keep struggling with having the dialogue with the part rather than giving the part a reading. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I'm trying to connect. Yeah, I think this part just really needs things to be slower and more restricted for any number of reasons. Okay. I love so this is the heart chakra. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And now we have a Knight of Swords. Okay. It's charging in. Okay. Can you see like the look on the horse's face? The horse is the horse even thinks he's going a little too quickly, is charging in. This is verbal and mental energy. You know, everything on this knight is so sharp. And the wind, you know, the wind is going one way while the knight is charging forward. It's kind of like, I feel like he's like this champion of truth and justice, you know, that he feels, this part feels, and he's this champion of truth and justice, and he won't let anything stop him, and again, not gender specific, or get in his way, which can be, you know, a bit egotistical, right? I mean, you're the champion of truth and justice? But that's what the part thinks. the part is not going to let anything get by it, is not going to let anything challenge it. And it's kind of one of those, what's the saying? It's not act first, ask questions later. What is that saying? Something, and then you ask questions later. That's what I feel like this guy is, right? Like, nope, we just shut you down. Doesn't matter. Be a bit cold. Yeah, just everything on this night is just so jagged and pointy. I don't know. He could be maybe a little rough in the language department, you know, in communicating. Well, let's see. I speak. Okay, the fifth chakra is about communicating. Communicating. You know, he could just be like on your butt all the time, you know, criticizing you, you know, that internal, you know, critical voice. I don't want to take a whole bunch of cards, guys, because, yeah, okay. So, lots of communication. It talks a lot. It's up in your head. This part, okay, is like a part that's like up in the head. Talky. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Who do you think you are? Where do you think you're going? Who told you you could do that? Right? And it's just like, ugh. And it's quick to criticize. It's quick to speak what it wants to speak. Like it just doesn't think first. It kind of makes you pause. The self pause, but it doesn't pause. It kind of has to get there before you can act on what you want to do. If that makes any sense. Okay, I see. What does it perceive? Yeah. Well, like I said, it's like Mr. All-Powerful, right? It absolutely needs to maintain its position of authority and domination and is poised to move into action if it needs to, like that, right? It enjoys the perception of having all of this, you know, power and restraint. It believes it's restrained, and it defends its position. That's its perspective, right? don't know if I would call this so much, there's a part that comes out a lot in my work, and I call it the social justice police, right? And it's a shoulder, you know, it has good intentions. You know, there's just things that we should do that's right, things that are wrong, things that are, you know, and the world is and should be and all of that. But it's not very fun to play with. And it can certainly get extremely frustrated if others aren't playing in its sandbox of what is, you know, right, what is wrong, what is yeah. Okay. Okay, and I know you know, and that can be so limiting to you know, being free and spontaneous and able to really enjoy life sometimes. I mean, let me look at something. I mean, once again, we have this lone person, right? Out on watch or out on, I don't know what he's doing. And in all of these pictures, it's one person. One. This one has a horse with it. You know, that can be very lonely. That wasn't actually what I started off I was going to say, but there's something else I was going to say about that. Oh, yes. They're all, well, I was going to say they're all very young. The major arcana, you know, those are kind of like more energies, if you will. But the king is the only one who looks real mature here, and that is in its perception, right? The way it perceives itself and its role, the reason for it being here, how it feels, it sees its self. But that's very different than, can be very different, unfortunately, than, you know, what it actually is. Not that we don't need, you know, actual wardens, but if it's all in your mind, if it's a part of you that's just constantly on your butt, I mean, ugh, that could be debilitating. I know. Look at that. Like I'm carrying the load, man. I'm doing all the work. Bottom of the deck. I have to. I have to do this. What? Once again, all by myself. What does it know? Two of Pentacles. Well, what does it know? It might know let me, and I don't, the Carolyn Miss has the sacred truths, and for for what it knows, live in the present moment. Okay. Live in the present moment is the sacred truth. It really, I think it has to like keep everything balanced. It has to keep all the plates up in the air. It has to maintain stability and by maybe juggling even two parts of its own. Here I am doing a reading again. I feel like it believes that it is maintaining order and it is like doing the juggling act. Because, what happens if the self wants to move and do something that it shouldn't do? Well, then what does it have to do, right? It has to keep everything balanced. It's got it maybe there's well, yeah, of course there's a fear there. Let's look and see what the fear is here. Let's look and see what the fear is. I feel like it just keeps saying, like, I can't drop the ball. I can't drop this ball. I can't drop the ball. I can't drop the ball. I have to do the dance to keep everything, when everything's topsy-turvy and, the sea is high and the waves are high, or what's that saying? I don't know what I'm hearing. I know what I'm hearing. I just can't sing it. It's too late in the day. But I'm holding on. If I can find the song, I'll post it in the description box. Okay. Is it Blondie? Tide is high. The tide is high and I'm holding on. I want to be your number one. Man, I'm bad at lyrics, so I could be just totally jacking up those lyrics, but I'll post it and we'll see. But that's what I'm hearing. The melody. I mean, I know what song I'm hearing, but I don't know the words. It just can't drop the ball. It can't. And I just heard, like, don't F this up with the whole word F. Okay, so what's its fear? Whoa. All right, it's fear. I got this. Was this today's reading? Expansion. Yeah, self-worth at the bottom of the deck. Expansion. I said it's kind of like it has to constantly hold the self back. There's a fear, like, there's a good reason why these rules are in our lives, and it may be so afraid of the self, not the self, but it may be so afraid that its person will fuck something up, right? Like just really drop the ball. And so just walks around shooting all over you and stopping you from making, taking a move, right? And what happens if, where's expansion? Let's read expansion. What does it say? Expansion, expansion, expansion. Seeking good advice is vital when you're pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who's critical of your dreams. This indicates possibly changing your friends. How can I create powerful alliances? Are new people entering my life? Wise counsel, fruitful collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty, being guided. Keywords: counseling, connections, and progress. Yeah, I mean, if anyone is watching this app to, use as a reading, it could be like feeling like it's not, I could make a mistake by expanding my sphere of influence, by, making new friends, by losing toxic ones, by growing outside of these walls here. It and of course every role wants to maintain its identity. So, it just, yeah, it fears pushing outside the lines and the boundaries. Yeah, see, there's Four of Pentacles here underneath the Ten of Wands. So just real restricted, boundaried up. It's definitely not a risk taker, that's for sure. Okay, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is your purpose here, heart? If anybody knows actually what this is supposed to be, leave a comment, send me a message, whatever you want to do. Unfortunately, what just popped in my head was concentration camp. I don't know. Okay, what is your rule? I mean, honestly, like if you were contained in four walls your entire life and you feel, that you can't make a move because you've got this committee in your head or this warden in your head, well, that would be, just annihilation, right? But, no, we're not taking all that. I'll take the first two that came out. Yeah. Okay. Bittersweet and forgiveness is the role. I feel like, and insecurity is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like maybe this part is protecting a wounded part that believes that it like always screws things up or has done something in the past, or is reckless, is beyond, I don't know why I'm saying this, but like that is beyond redemption or beyond hope. I'll show you the cards, what they look like here, so you can maybe get your own idea here. Let me roll. Bittersweet. The passing of all things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may require release. This card could also represent unexpected news. Parents often make difficult decisions not supported by their children. Can I see the strength in the choices of others? Hidden blessings, celebration tempered by sadness, protecting someone, ability to honor others and new horizons. Yeah. Protecting someone, ability to honor others, new horizons, poignancy, release, maturity. I mean, this could, the wound and the reason for the need for this guard here could have to do with a relationship with someone that's, passed on, parental figure. But, I see oh yeah, it is. I was gonna say, I see someone that's like passed on. But I also see grace, in the doves. But then there's also, forgiveness here. Forgiveness. Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding, belonging, self-forgiveness, and fulfillment. Yeah, I mean, this dude's role, I think he just he believes that he is keeping the self or the wounded part of self from making mistakes, right? And on the other side of that, right, is this, well, if you weren't guarding me, like maybe I could heal, maybe I could have some compassion for myself and heal, right? So let's see what comes out. What would happen if he wasn't working so hard? If he didn't have to work so hard? All right, impatience. Yeah, see, all of this keeps, you know, you're like really kind of restricted. If he didn't have to work so hard, there could be another part that feels very impatient to go for what, you know, to reach for its dreams, to go for what it wants. It may, let's see. Now is not the time to make a rush decision. You have made your needs known. Now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful from coming to you if you are hasty. Personal inquiry. Am I jumping the gun? If I'm honest with myself, am I forcing something? Key idea: scarcity thinking, being exhausted by our efforts, success through patience. Keywords: unfolding, revelation, and revelation and success. Yeah, so, you know, there really could be a part that, you know, does have experience from rushing in, from doing things too quickly without a plan, you know, and this part really works hard to prevent that from happening again. So the goal is to say, you know, to get in dialogue with this part and say, okay, so what's it going to take for you to trust that I will do things with that are well thought out, that are in integrity, that won't hurt myself or others. You know, what will it take? What will it take for you to understand or to feel safe? For me to grow, meet new people, expand my life in some way, get out of the old ruts. That's for you to discuss. Okay, so we'll get a final message. Yeah, this is a slower downer, dude. Oops. You know, and all of our parts are there. They're working for us for a variety of reasons. They're there for a reason. And while they may seem like they're really blocking you or blocking us, they're generally there in their mind, if you will, you know, for us. But this is not therapy. This is just an exercise in self-exploration. Okay, are we going to get a final message? One more message from this part of self, or from our higher, wiser self, maybe. Okay, let me do this. Let me give it a spinny spin. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if that kind of... Okay, come on. Let's get a message. Final message here. Final linkage. All right, I'm just going to take that. All right, change in the wind, but it was kind of sideways. So 12, a change in the wind. No, it was sideways. Essential meanings: a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift. Yeah, see, what's this? Feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. Well, I'll read both the oracle's message and the protection message because it was, that's funny, it came out sideways, right? Because it's uncertainty. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra stripe. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation as outer conditions, where I said that, are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Protection message: there are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and for the best, for the higher good. Even if the storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. Yeah. So see, this part is just working really, really hard because it you know, again, it means certainty. It's like, no, you cannot mess things up. You cannot get in trouble. And people that need a lot of certainty have a lot of fear around making mistakes. So that is it. I hope you all oh no, this one an hour. I am so sorry. Damn. All right, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.